Oh, it looks like it's raining outside. Sorry, squirrel.
It's that time again. Time for the all-new Culture Cast, which begins right now.
Welcome back, everyone, to the all-new Culture Cast. And tonight we have, of course, I'm Nick. Yay, me. And we have Mike,
Hey, how's it going?
Corinne,
Hello.
and the Kiwi's back after a long absence.
Hey.
And tonight we're talking about coming to America, 2 with the numeral 2, not T-O, the sequel, the recently released sequel to Coming to America. Man, that's going to be confusing if you're just saying that.
Yeah.
So, but we'll figure it out one way or another. But yeah, so who wants to get into it? Who wants to start?
Well, I will say that as a huge fan of the original, I do feel like this one, I'll just call it the original and then remake, or original and then sequel, I guess is what I'll say. That I feel like the sequel was made 100% for big fans of the original. I feel like it was absolutely made for us.
Right, with so many callbacks and bringing back.
Bringing the people they brought back, I was very impressed by. I was very impressed with what they did with who they brought back. Because I feel like so many times when you watch a sequel, or like even let's say to reference another Eddie Murphy movie, like what was Nutty Professor?
Mm-hmm.
When he made a second Nutty Professor, granted it was only a couple years later, and this is incredibly common in a popular movie where they make a sequel, they randomly, even though they sort of have a happy ever after ending, there's suddenly a new love interest in the second one, and it always seems really unoriginal and stupid and kind of lame, and I hate that. And they didn't do that here. Even though this character of Lisa, the actress, I haven't seen her at all all in the last, what has it been, like 30 years? Or something?
30, I think.
Yeah.
30 years. I haven't seen her in anything. And I was telling myself, like, I will be very disappointed if this is about him marrying someone else, or if they hire, some other actress to be his wife or something. But I was very happy to see that they brought her back. They really stayed true to the actors, even those who still weren't acting or weren't doing anything. It was really great to see the people that they brought back, all the characters they brought back. I was very happy about that. That was a huge thrill for us original fans.
I was very happy to see the Reverend back.
Yeah, how did they get him? Wow. I couldn't believe the sexual chocolate is still together and around. I was impressed. How did they still get him? Amazing.
So I take it then, Corinne, you enjoyed the movie.
I liked it, yeah. I mean, I get it. Obviously, it's not. It's certainly not as clever and amazing as the first one necessarily. I think this was kind of very cutesy. I feel like it was made only for people who were fans of the first movie.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the Bill and Ted thing, where it was sort of just it was like a gift to the fans.
Nostalgia.
Yeah. I don't know that there would be a lot of new people really getting into it. I don't know that younger people are really going to want to see this. I don't know, maybe, but I felt like it was more for us old people who were kind of like, oh yeah, look at the En Vogue, what?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, I don't know, for at least me, I got a huge kick out of it. I liked it. Yes, I liked it. Though at the same time, I had a lot of friends who were also huge fans who I think wanted it to be a little raunchier, since I think, was the original R?
Yeah, the original was R and this was PG-13. Yeah,
I think they were hoping it would be a little more raw, kind of like the original was, and obviously there's obviously a lot of disappointment with Eric LaSalle and no Soul Glow. That was kind of disappointing. That's a huge there.
You did see a Soul Glow poster in the barber shop, I think, but that was about it.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, everyone wanted to know what happened there, Everyone likes Derek. What was his name? Derek?
Daryl.
Daryl, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Daryl. Everyone wanted to know that. I was hoping that was with he was with Lisa's sister. I wanted to think that they were still together.
Supposedly, Eric LaSalle couldn't do it. There's some scheduling conflict, but allegedly, if he was going to be on it, they were going to do something with the sister. Like he was going to be with her, according to internet rumor. But I don't know how true all that is. But
Internet rumor is always true. You
No,
know
I think
that.
I
Yeah.
read that. Yeah, that the writers had said that they wanted to do something clever, like he would now be working on something like a wax for balding guys or something. Since at this point, like the hair was now at this point he'd lost most of his hair or something. Like that was now what Soul Glow had turned into, which would be kind of a clever turn. Too bad that didn't happen. Oh well.
Sam Jackson also did not come back due
Oh
to a
my
scheduling
God, how great!
conflict.
I wanted him to be the manager of McDowell's now.
A missed opportunity there.
I know.
Kiwi, what about you? What were your thoughts on this one?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not the greatest movie ever, but I agree. Like if you're a fan of the first one, and apparently like a real fan, because there's a lot of people who hated the sequel, but it was a fun nod to the first movie. A lot of the cast was back, the cameos, the plot was okay, but I enjoyed the little flashbacks.
Mike, what about you? What are you in? You kind of
I'm pretty much in agreement, and it's weird because I actually just saw the original maybe a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
She had me watch
He
it.
was new to the original.
See, for me, my Eddie Murphy movie was Beverly Hills Cop, and yours was Coming to America and Trading Places,
Trading Places.
Yeah, love Trading Places.
which is another one I think I only saw for the first time maybe a few months ago. I think maybe watched it last year or so.
Which is fun because they also do have that fun crossover with the Dukes.
Dukes.
But it was nice because I got to introduce you to Beverly Hills Cop. So
Yeah, very cool.
it sort of worked out.
yeah, but oddly, it was the third one you introduced her to. So what was up with
Yes, that's where it went wrong.
It was about his grandson. And I was like, what is this?
But no, I'm in agreement with everybody. I thought it was really fun. I liked it. It's cute. I don't think it was trying to be better than the original. And I think Corinne, you said it perfectly. It's very much like the Bill and Ted movie that came out. It's not. It's just bringing back characters that you grew up with and loved, and it was kind of cool to see a continuation. The story in the new movie, it doesn't tarnish the original. Like I don't feel like any of the characters are worse because of the sequel, which is sometimes a fear when they make a sequel. You're afraid it's gonna kind of
ruin your childhood.
Yeah. But I didn't see any of that. I liked it. I thought it's not perfect. I can understand why some people were disappointed with it, but I thought I laughed a lot during it.
It was really nice to see some people I haven't seen in a really long time, like Arsenio Hall. My God.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
My God, he's amazing. It made me want to go. It made me watch the original again. It was so nice to watch that with him. And I watched that and I thought, my God, this is so good. Like this is so good.
Yeah.
All the characters they play and everything.
And I was happy to see Wesley Snipes because we haven't seen him
actually, it's been
for
a
a
while.
long time because he's been
He
in
was
jail.
hilarious.
He really
Mhm.
is. And then actually that prompted me, after watching a lot of Drag Race we've been watching, to go watch Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, which is kind of a weird, obscure movie, but very kind of understated and before its time, which is a funny thing with Wesley Snipes, John Leguizamo, and Patrick Swayze.
Right,
three
yeah.
drag queens. And it's very funny, and it's actually very well done, and they do a very good job, and it's actually very respectfully done. It's not, you'd think that you'd watch it now, and it would be kind of like, ooh, but it's actually like, they're actually very well done.
Mm.
They don't, it's not cringy or weird kind of watching what they do. Like, but it's just funny to watch Wesley Snipes be funny. He's never funny. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he did so many action movies. He fell into that kind of like action group.
Well, he was hilarious in Demolition Man, but that's me.
Can't
that's
say I
just
saw
me.
that one, but don't think it was made for me, I'll be honest.
Maybe not.
But it's fun to see him be funny. Like, it made me just think about, like, what's the funny thing I saw Wesley Snipes do?
Yeah, I was just happy to see him. It was nice to see him in a movie again.
Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes definitely has a sense of humor, especially about himself. He was in The Expendables Part 3 because they couldn't get some other guy, so they brought Wesley Snipes in. And at the beginning of the movie, they have to like break him out of some jail, and the other expendables are asking like, so why were you in jail? He's like, oh, for tax evasion. How like wink at the camera because that's exactly what he was put in jail for in real life. And so clearly has a sense of humor about himself. But
And he definitely had fun with his character. You could tell he had a lot of fun in this movie.
now, Kiwi, I remember when we were watching, you were like, you did not realize that was Wesley Snipes at first.
I didn't. I mean, I've watched Blade like a million times, but you know, he always has his sunglasses on, and that's the main
Right.
thing I know him from. And you're like, that's Wesley Snipes. I'm like, what? It is? And then I'm like, oh,
Like, it's
yeah.
been so long since you've seen him in something, honestly. I don't even know what the last thing is I saw him in that was new, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
All right,
it's
I'm
been a
going to look
while.
that up right now because he's been
Yeah, I
out
think
of jail for a number of years, but I don't know what he's necessarily been in.
I think the Blade movies were the last things I saw him in because I
Let's
don't
see.
think I saw Expendables 3.
You're not missing much. He was. Oh, he was in the last Eddie Murphy movie, Dolomite Is My Name, which I heard's good. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
That I do want to see. I think that's on Netflix.
But yeah, it doesn't look like he's been in a lot of high-end movies. Wow, he was in All My Children. I mean, back in the 80s, but
Oh, wow.
interesting. One episode, but
You know what I should have thought of? Major League, of course.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That was a comedy. I mean, that was a million years ago, but I mean, that was funny.
And he rightfully did not come back for the sequel, which was terrible.
Yeah.
who would they get? Like Omar Epps for the sequel, or
Yeah.
Kind of looked like him. Like he looked like a younger him. It was
Yeah.
funny.
So, yeah, Wesley Snipes kind of stole the show for me. The first Coming to America is probably arguably it's up there with Ghostbusters as being one of my favorite comedies / movies overall of all time. I just love that movie, and a couple weeks ago I had mentioned, I think I probably cut it from the episode, how I'm shocked that in the era of movies being turned into stage musicals, that Coming to America never went that route because it's perfect for it.
Mhm.
And when I heard they're making a sequel, first I was like, this is great. Now I'm thinking, wait, why are they doing this? Because I'm suspicious of sequels 30 years after the original came out. But I didn't dislike the movie, but I wasn't overly wowed by it. Like, this is a thing that exists, and it had its moments, but I don't know. I did like how, and let's talk a little bit more about the story here, how it was a little bit of a switcheroo from the first one, where it wasn't so much coming to America, they were coming to Zumanda, where the fish out of water stuff was from his son, Tracy Morgan, and a criminally underused Leslie Jones. I love Leslie Jones, and she might be a one-note type actor, but she does it so well, and I loved her in this role. How I was really worried they're going to go the route where Leslie Jones like, no, the Eddie Murphy's my guy, and I'm going to steal him away from the Queen, and we're going to get married. I'm so happy they didn't go that route.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go that route.
Yeah, they didn't have to make her like over sexualized, which was nice. She wasn't trying to get with anybody necessarily or anything, like, which was, I think that was tasteful. I liked that.
Like I love like her first when she meets the Queen for like, sorry Queenie, sorry I slept with your man. Like that was it. Like she's like, I made an oopsie, and then then they moved on.
And they became friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunk buddies.
Yeah.
And plus, as we find out, it's Arsenio Hall's, his characters, it's his fault anyways that happened.
I was wondering how they were going to like have the sun exist, because in the first one I didn't know where they would have fit that in, but due to the wonderful technique of de-aging, we could do such things nowadays.
It wasn't as creepy or as noticeable as Irishman. that de-aging. I feel like this actually felt a little more subtle.
Probably because they did it like they were careful with. You only saw Eddie Murphy's face once or twice, and everything else was like camera angles were hiding it. Where you saw more of Leslie Jones like jumping on him, and
Right.
there might have been a stunt double in between, but
And
like they were.
Arsenio Hall doesn't look like he's aged all that much. He still kind of looks.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Black dope crack, as they say. Am I going to get in trouble now? Is the internet going to cancel me?
Canceled.
Kiwi. It's a compliment. But so like I liked a little bit of the switch. I like the guy who played the son. Who wants to talk about him?
You know, I actually felt terrible for that actor because the poor guy, like, I mean, no matter what you do, no one's going to care. I mean, like, I don't know. Nobody was going to be really rooting for him. He was such a fish out of water. Like, he was just this new character in a phenomenally, this very loved series, and he had no real place in it. You know what I mean? I kind of felt just so bad for him that he was going to come in here and we were all going to be like, I don't care about this character. I don't care what happens to him. I don't care. Just get him out of here. Just fine. Have him do something. I don't care about his story. I don't care if he wins or loses. Like, I felt like I didn't want to follow him at all. Like, I felt sort of bad for him because he was fine. He did a, good enough job. Like, there was nothing wrong with him. He was likable and everything. Like, seemed okay. But I don't think you can win when you're in that situation. It was just so impossible. He was dealt a losing hand, I feel like, when you're in such a cute cast where everyone is just so obsessed with we all want to know what's going on with these other people that we love and we want to follow along, and we're waiting for Sexual Chocolate, we're waiting for all these characters that we loved, we want to see again, and I don't care about him. I don't want to know about him and the hairdresser or whatever nonsense is going on. Like, I don't care. So I felt sort of bad for him, and just that, like, I was so not interested in his storyline. He did fine, whatever. I do remember being kind of surprised that when he showed up and the prospect of him being the new prince, Eddie Murphy just kind of went along with it very quickly. He was like, yes, let's do it. Let's do this. And it went so fast that you assumed he had some sort of plan. And then you kind of realize later he didn't really have a plan. So why did he do that? Why did he sort of go along with it so well? Like, yeah, fine. Screw my daughters. Let's do this. And then I thought, wow, is he really just going to do that? Like, really? It just seems odd in retrospect. I'm like, what was his end game there? How did he think that was going to go?
Yeah, it didn't make. I think part of the problem with this movie is that you're trying to tell two stories in like under a 2-hour time frame that needed more room to breathe. Like clearly from the get-go, like when Eddie Murphy was told you have to have a son to lead Zumanda. I'm thinking, okay, I know where this is gonna go. Something's gonna happen.
Zamunda.
Yeah, Zamunda.
Sorry.
If you looked at the money, you'd know. But
obviously. That like he's going to change his tune. The son is not going to become the heir apparent. It will be the oldest daughter, and you could tell where that's going to go from the beginning, which is fine. I don't mind if you see that all the way through, because this is like a fairy tale movie. You kind of know those beats. But it did seem odd how, like, his whole thing in the first one was how he wants to lead his life the way he wants to lead it, not the way his parents want to lead it. But his dad says, "Oh, you have to do this," and so he listens to dad. Like, boom, that's it. It did seem strange, and they could have had a little bit better development with that.
I'm actually not totally clear how it all it resolved, like, in a very oddly magical, we're not sure what happened way at the end. Like, with how did Wesley Snipes get off his back? Like, apparently they were going to attack them somehow, but he was able to fend it off by getting the curse taken off his sister, who he was supposed to marry, the, woman. But how did he get the curse taken off her? And why didn't he do that sooner if he was always able to do that, since he caused it? And that was a curse?
was Kiwi, you've watched the movie more recently than I have, and you've probably seen Coming to America more times than me, but maybe you could weigh in. But wasn't she still barking because Eddie Murphy, I guess, never actually said stop? Was that supposed?
Yeah,
Was
but
that
why
the
didn't he just?
implication?
I mean, I've
That
seen
was
them
the
covered a million
implication.
times too. So yeah, it does seem weird that he couldn't have just been like, "Hey, I'm married now. Stop," and she would have stopped. Like,
I ended up rewatching it again like a few days ago, and that part is kind of like grazed over a little bit because it's kind of like the three daughters beat up Wesley Snipes, and then it's kind of like whoa, and then like it happens off camera with the wife or fiance barking, that he got it to stop it, it just that part kind of doesn't flow right. Like they
yeah, it's just
skip
sort of like
parts of
everyone's
it.
happy suddenly at the end. They opened trade borders or something, but it's like, wait, why don't they want to hurt you anymore? Like but it didn't. You don't understand why. Like everyone's just sort of happy, but
Because the whole thing was marriage or war, and
they did
neither
neither
one
though.
happened.
Yeah, neither happened, and they didn't really explain why though. So. So
Yeah.
what happens?
Magic.
So what?
It's magic.
So coming for America?
I suppose they had to have her barking in the beginning to bring back that character.
Which I enjoyed. I appreciated.
And then they just didn't know how to like end it. Like, oh, she doesn't bark anymore.
That was kind of fun, but they didn't explain why she doesn't bark anymore.
I could have sworn I saw her. I watched the Coming to America was on Bounce last night, and so I watched like the last 30 minutes of it because I was channel surfing a little bit before bed, and I could have sworn we see the would-be queen in the crowd as Akeem and Lisa are driving away, standing next to Arsenio Hall's character.
No, I
And
know who you're talking about. That's the woman who never has any lines, but randomly always has like she's always wearing this very tight thing. She's like a lady in waiting, and she's always in the
okay.
front seat of the car when they get to New York. You know what I'm talking
that's
about?
her?
Yeah,
Corinne's
okay.
right.
she kind of gets out and she always
Okay.
looks around like, ew, where are we? But I don't think she says anything the whole movie.
Okay, so that was the okay. So maybe I'm then
Look
I'm
her
totally
up
wrong.
I don't think she's in the sequel, but if you look her up, her character is called Lady in Waiting in Coming to America, the original. She's gorgeous. But yeah, she never says anything. But that's who you're thinking of. And yeah, it gives you this feeling as if her and Arsenio Hall are going to get together or something.
Right.
Right.
Okay, well that makes less sense in the movie in the first one then, because if she was a nothing character, why would we get a sense of like, oh, Arsenio Hall is finally going to get together with someone? It'd make more sense if it was another
she is
character who was
somewhat royalty-ish. And Lady in Waiting would mean that now that somebody is married, she would be next.
oh.
And at the time, they didn't think they were going to make a sequel, so it was just kind of a little, hey, he's going to have a happy ending too, I guess.
I know, like everyone loved that in those movies back then. Like you wanted to assume that the best friend was next, especially if it was the girl best friend, like, ooh, I'm the one catching the bouquet, at the end of the movies.
Fun fact, at Kiwi's and my wedding, the person who caught the bouquet and the person who caught the garter ended up marrying each other.
Oh, really?
Granted, they're dating,
Yeah, they came with each other.
but still.
They were the only two people who showed up, but no. That's very cute. Are they still together?
Yes.
Good for
In
them.
fact, Jen has been on this show numerous times, but within the last year, she's been starting up with school and hasn't been able to be on as much. But yeah, so yeah, they are still married.
Oh, that's sweet.
But anyway, I thought Tracy Morgan was going to be in this movie more.
I wanted him in it more.
I thought it was kind of fun. They tried to give him a little more to sort of have him have a back and they threw so many people in. It was so hard to give everybody like something to do. His little back and forth with Arsenio Hall so that there was something going on there, and that they had Trevor Noah in as some sort of like their newscaster in Africa, which is very cute since he's African. That was fun.
I like that bit. It's a cheesy bit, but I I thoroughly like gags like that when they're interviewing Arsenio Hall, and it's like, well, we have another person who says otherwise, and they're interviewing Tracy Morgan, and it's revealed they're in the same room, and they start like,
Yeah, as if they're like looking at each other, even though when there's they're very cute. I do like that. Yeah. Or I mean, just some of the people they threw in the movie were so shocking and hilarious. Like I love that they had Morgan Freeman there to narrate the life of King Jafar or whatever his name is. Like just delightful. Like the people that they got to do things, so good.
Kiwi, your man crush of the past year or so was in this movie with Colin Jost.
Yeah.
As the Duke's
the
still
Duke's
racist grandson.
Oh, that was delightful. He's so perfect for that. I always joke with Mike that he has the most punchable face in the world. He just always comes like he's so perfect for playing like a D-bag or something. Like and I think he knows it. Like he just looks like he would be so perfect in that, you know. And the fact that he's like married to Scarlett Johansson just makes you want. I feel like every person in the world wants to be like, what? Like, how? You know, like he just has this quality where you don't understand it, but he's so like someone who just seems to have everything. You know, that's so perfect about Colin Jost. He pulls it off so well. I love it. That was so funny. The role he played, it was perfect.
What's great about that is on SNL, there's a reoccurring bit where he does a weekend update, and he does it with Michael Che. And Michael Che always tries to set him up and imply that Colin Jost is like the biggest racist in the world. And just to bust his chops. And there's also an SNL bit from a couple years ago, which it was a video bit where it ended up where every SNL cast member ended up punching Colin Jost in the face repeatedly. Probably a play on, because like I've heard that before, that Colin Jost has like a punchable face. That I'm sure it was a play on that a little bit. So clearly Colin Jost knows what he can do and is a good sport about it. What I did like with Colin Jost is that his Duke character is such a passive racist versus the more overt of the actual Duke and Dukes.
Like, does your mom have a drug problem? What? Oh.
It's like, I bet there's a picture of you wearing blackface. I was dressed up as Will Smith's version.
It was Aladdin. It was blueface over my blackface.
Which is such an absurd thing to say.
It's so ridiculous that he would do that. And also, the Duke brothers, as far as I know, did not have any offspring. But okay, I'll buy it. Sure.
Didn't in Trading Places, wasn't Dan Aykroyd engaged to one of the Dukes?
It was his niece, wasn't it? I think it.
So is it implied that the Dukes had like a third sibling, or Penelope? That was her name, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. She was the niece of.
Right. Yeah.
Mortimer
niece or something.
Randolph.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, you're right. Maybe there's a sister or something. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, and also to be fair, the Dukes were jerks. They could have had kids and just had nothing
I know their
to do
kids
with
would
them.
be well moved out by that point. They're very old.
I will say that was the fun thing for me watching the original, to see the Trading Places cameo. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I got myself set up for a wrong expectation. I don't hold it against the movie. I hold it against people talking about the movie. That I heard like, oh, so many Eddie Murphy cameos. It's going to be an Eddie Murphy. People were joking, Eddie Murphy cinematic universe. So I was thinking like, well, did they have cameos from other Eddie Murphy movies beyond the Trading Places? And there weren't, which I was happy about. The last thing we need is another cinematic universe. But like I was like, wait, like okay, is like someone from like Beverly Hills Cop going to show up? Is someone from is like Nick Nolte going to show up from 48 Hours? Like who's going to like walk in the background there? But that never happened, and I'm okay with that. But I was like half expecting, like I was doing like a Where's Waldo. I'm watching the movie and like, okay, who's gonna pop up? But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. We're talking a little bit about how some of the stuff was underbaked, like the whole resolution to like the war or marriage thing. The same sort of thing I feel with
The
Lavelle.
relationship.
Yeah, Lavelle's
Yeah.
relationship with the hairdresser. Like it felt like super undercooked.
Well,
Mm.
Yeah, they didn't know each other very well.
like
True.
the
I mean, yeah.
the
Go
first
go.
the well the first movie, it was all of Eddie Murphy, getting to know Lisa and courting her and then falling in love with her and then all of a sudden like what's his name,
Lavelle. Yeah.
Lavelle meets, I can't remember her name, the hairdresser, but
It doesn't matter.
like they're friends and all of a sudden they get engaged and it's kind of like there was no development in that relationship at all. I think that's my biggest hang up of the movie outside of them having a gazillion characters is that's a very big plot point and it was very underdeveloped.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, there just wasn't enough time to try and make us like them as much as we liked Lisa and Akeem, obviously, because there's not nearly enough time like for us to be nearly as invested in this couple. So like I feel like I didn't know that girl at all. Like she was just like I couldn't pick her out of a lineup of one.
Same thing with like the daughters. Like you see
Um,
them, and the main daughter. I don't even know which one the main daughter is.
I don't know any of the names. I'm guessing the one with glasses is Studious because she has glasses.
I think that's also Eddie Murphy's daughter.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Oh,
Bella Murphy.
is that the one with Scary Spice?
No,
Oh,
she's like 7 years old or something like that, or 11. She's young.
oh, the smallest one is.
Well, the Scary Spice kid.
Oh, okay.
But like for a character we're supposed to root for her getting the like
The
the
queen.
throne at the end of the movie, or that she's going to be the heir apparent. Like she just disappears. Like you see her being upset at the prince, and then she's like, "Okay, I'm going to help you," and then now we're friends. But like she's like a non-character in this movie. I wish the movie was, I think, trying to do one too many things, and it needed to like focus and narrow down on a few others. But
There was a lot going on. Yeah.
but
Yeah. There was a lot in the movie. A lot of people.
It was just kind of fun saying, "Oh, there's that person. Oh, there's that person." It
Man,
was
one of
just-
the rose bearers was the same. I mean, are you kidding? Like, that was impressive.
Mhm.
And the
I'm,
singing guy. Come on.
the what do you call it?
He's your queen to be. He was back. Though I'm pretty sure he wasn't singing that time, but still.
Probably not.
I think it was John Legend that.
He sang the new Coming to America, I can tell, but I don't know. Was that him doing the other songs too?
Well, I think at the very end of the movie during the credits, you see
can
John
look
Legend pop up as himself, like singing that song, and it sounded exactly like the
Oh.
version that they had earlier in the
Cool.
movie. So I would not have been surprised if that was John Legend.
You know,
I
I
gotta go
can
back
look
and
up right now
listen.
soundtracks.
Fortunately, Chrissy Teigen was not in the movie. Rats.
You don't like her?
She could have clapped back at some. I don't dislike her. I just don't like her online personality. Like every time she, sneezes, there's like 100 Yahoo articles. Chrissy Teigen, she's so crazy. She's just like you and me. No, she's not. She's like
I
a
have to
rich
be honest,
model.
she's one of those people where I couldn't tell you what she's really famous for, like what her talent is. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't know she
She
was
has
a model for the longest time.
Is that it,
I
model?
just
Like a supermodel?
Yeah, she's a supermodel. I found that out like just not like a couple years ago, but I just knew her as like John Legend's wife, and then like, oh, she's a supermodel. That's how they met. Yeah, she's like famous for being famous.
Yeah, one of those where I'm kind of like, where did it start though? I can never. One of those people where like social media famous, where like I don't know where it began. Yeah.
I mean, that's basically her thing now, is the social media stuff. And I mean, I guess good for her for turning it into a career, I guess. But
She just quit
It's,
Twitter though, or something. She quit
oh
something.
no.
Well, this is huge. Well, this is huge.
Nick, are you gonna be okay with this news? Do you need to sit this one out?
Who might know who she's going to be clapping back at now?
Clap.
Who's going to insult her where she claps back? Man, well, I'll live. Is it me or was
Probably.
okay King
All right, next point.
Joffrey? King Joffrey, James Earl Jones. I feel like he was extra a-hole in this movie.
Can we just talk about the fact that he wasn't even there filming scenes with Eddie Murphy?
I was going to save that for later on, but since you brought
I'm
it up,
sorry.
yeah,
Oh, was that like a trivia? Oops.
it was, but that's fine. We'll do trivia right now. That's okay.
It's trivia time.
My bad. You didn't tell me.
Well, that's okay. That's all right. Now is as good a time as any. So
You're gonna
due
put
to
this in at the end of the episode, aren't you?
no. I'm just marking it down so I could put the jingle in. But so the James Earl Jones, who's like 1,000,000 years old right now, he couldn't travel out to wherever they were filming this
He's
movie.
90 something, right?
Wow.
If he's not, he's gotta be up there close to it. Let me Wikipedia, don't fail me now. He's 90 exactly. So probably he was 88 or 89 whenever they filmed this. But he couldn't travel out. He was just, I guess, like I'm too old. I'm not, screw this. So they filmed all of his stuff at like his house. Like they built maybe a little set or did something, and they just green screened or digitally put him in the rest of the movie. So the scenes where you see him like face to face with Eddie Murphy, they did not film it together.
Huh.
You know, is
I
he
actually didn't
ever
notice
is he
that.
only laying down in the movie? Does he actually get up at any point?
He's in the coffin. He's standing.
Yeah, I think that's the only time they might be actually face to face. Like other times, there's enough of a distance where you could probably fake it a little bit more or do clever camera tricks.
When I rewatched it, I don't think they were ever in the same room.
Wow.
Because like
Wow,
he was never like there's no one like in the same scene. Like I think there's one scene where like Eddie Murphy's like looking in it, but like I don't think you actually see
Oh,
James Earl
really?
Jones. Yeah.
Even when he dies.
Yeah. I
Huh.
didn't because I was trying to pay attention to that. I was like, I mean, there's a point where like he's standing up in the coffin, you see everyone around him. I just figured that was green screened.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's interesting the things you can do with technology nowadays in films.
Well, they did it well because I didn't even notice that.
As long as I guess you plan it out right, you could pull it off.
I mean,
So-
I was surprised when like James Earl Jones is back. I'm like, really? He's like got to be getting up there.
Yeah, I was impressed he was in it. I didn't realize that the person who played his mother passed. That was sad. I
Yeah.
was kind of hoping to see her in it, but I looked it up and she passed a while ago, actually.
Yeah. I'm glad that. Thank you for bringing her up. I am so glad that they utilized her in the story still.
Yeah, that was nice.
Because like she really was the one who convinced James Earl Jones in the first one to let Eddie Murphy marry Lisa, and I liked how they utilized her memory, like with McDowell. Mr. McDowell was like, okay, that's what. Yeah, you're the king. You gotta do what you want. But let me ask you this: what would your mother think? Because I thought she was the smarter of the two. I'm like, oh, that thumbs up movie.
That was nice. Yeah.
Mm. And I did appreciate McDowell's being there. That was sweet. It was nice to see the McDowell stuff again. Someone said McBlurry or something at one point. McBlurry.
It's
And they
fun to
brought
see
back
Louis
Louis
Anderson there
Anderson.
too.
Yeah, Louis Anderson was back. That was fun.
He was the manager of the Zumanda one, right?
Mhm.
Is that what they said?
Zumanda.
I said Zumanda.
No, you're like Zumanda.
Zumanda.
Zumunda.
Hey, I'm an American. I need to mispronounce African countries.
They
Okay,
should just
Pello.
change to Zumanda.
Zumanda. That's where all the men come from. Zumanda. But speaking since we already brought in trivia, I'm going to bring in more trivia right now. Blow your minds, but you may already know this. It blew my mind. So James Earl Jones and what's her name? Is it Madge Sinclair who played the mother? I'll make sure I get the name right because this is key and important. Yeah, Madge Sinclair. So James Earl Jones and Madge Sinclair played King and Queen in the first movie. Did you know that a few years later they played another King and Queen in another movie, a little known movie called The Lion King?
Huh.
Oh. I
I
think
didn't.
you told me that. Now I completely forgot, but yeah, I can hear the voice now.
I mean, we all know James Earl Jones was Mufasa, but Madge Sinclair played Simba's mother.
Huh, I didn't know that. I think Corinne knew that.
No, very cool.
Great, great, Nick. Keep
That's
this trivia going. You got anything else you got?
The Lion King. I was a little old for those movies when they came out. Like I know I wasn't really into Disney cartoons. I didn't get into them. I think Little Mermaid was the last one, and then after that I sort of aged out, unfortunately. So I missed a lot of them, but they sound really fun.
Your enthusiasm is so believable.
They do. They sound. People have really positive things to say about them. No, I saw Aladdin. I think that was later. I saw that one. So there. Yeah.
You don't have to prove anything.
I'm aware of Mickey the Mouse.
And Mighty Mouse?
Mighty Mouse from the Marvel series.
Nick, you were starting to say that you thought James Earl Jones was angry. Extra
Yeah, he
angry.
seemed like more of a jerk this time around than in the first one, which could be the fact that the wife wasn't around anymore, and maybe it's just written that way to really motivate Eddie Murphy. But do you think I'm wrong on this? Am I
Yes.
reading too much?
I think he was a bigger jerk in the first one.
I didn't think he was he did seem very angry in this one. Like I didn't remember him seeming like sexist in the first one. And like this one he was like making very crass remarks about having a son and all this stuff. And yeah, like I didn't feel like he didn't seem like that guy in the first movie. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, he did seem.
Well, he also had a son though in the first movie, so it wasn't really an issue.
Yeah,
He was more casual sexist in the first one because I don't know if that's a term. You know how people are like casually racist where they just say racist comments casually, not thinking they're racist. Like, because how he was like with Lisa, like, oh, you are nothing to him. You're just a way for him to sell his
that is true. That was awful. Yeah, he was nasty with that. Yeah, I was actually surprised at how mean he was with Semi in the second one. Like, I remember him being kind of nasty with Semi in the first one, but I guess I didn't realize that it was apparently that ingrained. Like, that was supposedly that was that bad. That
30 years extra
really hated. Yeah, that apparently he really that he would want him killed 3 times already one morning or whatever that he had done by the second one. I was like, really? He hates him that much? I mean, like when he goes to visit him in Astoria or whatever that one time, or when he visits him in Queens, he's like, you will go to the royal suite in the Waldorf Astoria, like it's still pretty nice. Like, I don't know. I was kind of surprised that they seem to really amp up the hatred between him and Semi, which I was a little surprised by, but I don't know, maybe they thought people would find it funny.
I'm going to play our daughter for a second. Cat, cat, cat.
Oh, yeah.
That's, they're all over this house.
Yeah,
we have an insane cat zoo here.
Yeah.
How many cats do you have?
3, but they're all over. They climb and just jump everywhere. They're all over the place. And whenever we're on camera, they're like, whoa, whoa, like they like to run across. And
there's one sitting in the chair next to me right
yeah,
here.
there's always one. Like, what are you doing?
We just have 2 cats and a dog. We are not getting a 3rd cat, Kiwi.
Mm.
You say that now. I'll ask next week.
One of the pets has to go first. One of the pets of one of our daughters. And the daughters aren't going, and neither are the pets that we have right now.
It was nice knowing you, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
You say that now, after a day with all the girls and all the animals, like, no, Nick, come back.
Yeah.
But I was going to say something, but we got off topic with cat talk.
Oh, just that we were saying James Earl Jones was kind of nasty suddenly, and then sort of to semi, and then, or maybe we were done with that subject. I don't know.
Yeah, we were just talking about they were amping up the hatred or anger just
between
for
him
just
and
for
Arsenio
comedic
Hall for some
purposes.
yeah, maybe because of that, I don't know. But they did add that character. Maybe it was just so that Arsenio Hall could have another character to play, this sort of like witch doctor character.
Do you
That
think
was
that's
new.
problematic in today's society?
I didn't read it that way. Not really. You did?
I mean, well, not me, because I'm not. I take those things in stride. Like I could see where something could be a problem, but like I also can see like where they're coming for with the humor. Like for example, the movie Tropic Thunder, where not Tommy Lee Jones, Robert Downey Jr. plays the black guy. Like at face value, I can see how that could be problematic, but if you see how it's executed in the movie, you actually get what they're like satirizing.
Right.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like I'm seeing the witch doctor, and it's like so stereotypical witch doctor, and it's like that's funny, but I wonder if anyone will be upset by this, and no one seems to. From what I have.
Well, I don't know that it's a
observed.
real. Like I don't know that there's a real group of witch doctors out there that take themselves very seriously. That, like, you know.
Well, I mean, I guess let me like African stereotypes. I guess more along those lines, but
I don't know. I mean,
maybe because the movie is predominantly African American cast, or I should say African American. Just have a predominantly black cast with the characters playing a bunch of different characters. It's particularly Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Maybe that's why he kind of gets not looked over, but sort of gets like, oh, this is okay. I don't know. I might be looking into it too much, but just
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I have to be honest. Like, I know nothing of Africa, so I haven't a clue if that's even like a legitimate thing out there. If there even are, you know, if there are some sort of royalty that even would have some sort of doctor that they refer to that might not be genuine or something. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I thought it was kind of cute.
My only knowledge of witch doctors and people being upset by them is pretty much focused on that. I think it's an Alvin and the Chipmunks song, or they covered it. Like I saw the witch doctor. Yeah.
Walla Walla Bing Bang.
Yeah. Apparently, some people think that's offensive, but I don't know. I don't know. That's
I don't
outside
know.
my.
Now you bring up the question of, are the chipmunks white? I don't know. What color are the chipmunks? I don't know.
Which begs the question: are these Muppets white? From SNL a couple weeks ago, but anyway, no. Things I also loved about this movie was the name of Wesley Snipes' country.
Nectaria.
Yeah.
It's like it's so intentionally lazy. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. And I love his dance too. Like his little anytime he has to make an entrance, he's like doing a dance. I love that.
Wesley Snipes had the time of his life in this movie.
Yes. If they make a new movie that's just focused on Nextoria and him, I'll gladly watch. I'll pay for it.
I would see that. I'd watch that. That'd be good.
Amazon, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Okay. And
You
not
at least
even a movie, a
watch
series. We can do a season. I think it could be a season.
I know.
Wesley Snipes has nothing else going on.
A bit of a boost in their career from this. Like, I'd like to see more Arsenio. I'd like to see more Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
Mhm.
I feel Arsenio Hall really disappeared.
Yeah, what
And-
happened?
I have a feeling it was probably his choice.
I do wonder that because I'd done a little digging into him and it didn't look like he had done anything wrong really, or, you know,
Maybe
like
just,
he didn't go to jail or
No.
anything, nothing, and he still has all these connections with very famous people that, his television show at the time was pretty good. didn't last that long, but yeah, I do wonder if he's doing fine. He's just actually just doesn't want to be doing that much
Yeah,
anymore.
maybe
I
he
don't
just
know.
wanted to step back. I don't know, but it was nice to see him again, and
It
he's
was great
still
to see him
funny.
again. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe
Looks like
hopefully.
yeah, it looks like he's had semi-regular work on television, but his
Like
filmography is not very big.
Yeah, I wonder if he wants to do just journalism type stuff now. I don't know.
in front of the camera or behind the camera?
In front of the camera. Looks like before coming to America, he was in a 2017 movie where he played, I guess, himself, and prior to that, he was in 2009's Black Dynamite. So I mean, oh, he was in a Scooby-Doo movie. There you go. Another fun fact: he played the voice of Winston Zeddemore in the real Ghostbusters, the first couple of seasons.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
Looks like he plays himself a lot.
Well,
Man,
I'm
he had a
glad he
lot of
gets
talk
those roles.
Glad that
Glad those roles aren't going to someone else.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Looked like there was two versions of the Arsenio Hall show.
Yeah. Did it? Oh, it came back, didn't it? I
Yeah,
remember seeing an ad on a bus stop for it like a few years ago.
and it has not aired in a few years, so there's
Oh.
that. It aired 2013 to 2014.
Oh God, was
So
it that long ago?
apparently, yeah.
It is crazy how long how I'll think something was just the other day and it was a long time ago. That's scary.
Yeah. Time flies.
I'm like that.
Yeah,
If someone on Facebook will be like, "We just bought a new house," and then I'll see them that summer and be like, "Congrats on your new house." They'll be like, "That was 7 years ago." I'll be like, "What the hell is wrong with me? I have no concept of time."
So let's see here. Um,
I will say I feel like this movie, it reminded me of how successful Eddie Murphy was when he had first started the whole thing of like doing a bunch of characters. Like I feel like he did that so well. I think Coming to America I think that was the first of his movies like that, wasn't it?
probably, yeah.
Wasn't it? I mean, then there was Nutty Professor, which was another really, really successful one that he did. He probably did some others but that didn't work quite as well. But it was just, I feel like this was just the perfect storm. Like everything was so good in Coming to America. The barbershop guys are so good. The band, the Reverend, the characters are just so amazing that they do in this. It's one of those, like, I remember especially the one that I think is Eddie Murphy, the white Jewish guy of the barbershop, is just the most astounding. I think I didn't even realize that was him until I saw the credits at the end. It was like
I didn't. I had to ask you. I'm like, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it.
I mean, they're so good. They were so good at that.
I'm surprised. Did they not bring back the in the first one the landlord, like the slumlord that they were living in? Is that? I wonder if the actor's even still alive, because he was like one of the few that did not come back.
Oh, yeah,
and had a.
Yeah, he was on The Wire.
Yeah.
We know him.
Oh.
Yeah,
We know him. I love that guy. But is he still alive? Yeah,
I think so.
I feel like we'd know if he died. Yeah. Yeah, he's yeah, Frankie Faison. He's still alive. Yeah, I don't think he came back. No. Would have been nice if he did.
There was I did read a theory online that said he was the reason the neighborhood got gentrified, because when they got the apartment, when he got the fixed up apartment, and I can't remember if the king paid him off or anything, but they theorized that he got a significant amount of money from his apartment, and was able to rebuild and make the apartment nicer, which then allowed him to become more wealthy to buy other
Mhm.
properties, which eventually just ultimately led to the whole gentrification. I mean, obviously it's not in the movie, just a
Was
theory
able
that
to
someone
get
had.
richer because they all stole his luggage. Remember? That was how they should all have gotten loaded. They all had that gold crap from stealing their luggage when they arrived. The whole neighborhood should have been loaded. Remember the kids on the skateboards with the gold chains and everything?
Now I want to rewatch the first one.
Yes. Will never not want to watch the first one. And I will sing along to Soul Glow, whether or not I can hit the notes.
Soul Glow.
Oh, I love it. That really hurt not seeing any of those people. Yeah.
Soul Glow, folks.
That was just such a huge part of it. Like, I really liked them. I don't know what to say.
I'm surprised they didn't get Cuba Gooding Jr. to have a.
Oh, he doesn't even talk in the first one. He's just getting his hair cut, isn't he?
Did they trip him wrong, or am I thinking of something else?
Hmm?
But did they like mess his hair up, or is it just am I missing?
I don't know.
Maybe I might be confusing that with like the movie Barbershop or something. But
Oh, I think
even
that's
still,
what
it's
he
Cuba
did in the
Gooding
first
Jr.
one. They're like just trimming his hair. I don't think he says
Kinda
anything. He's like Samuel L. Jackson, but even less. Like he's sort of like, oh, is that him? You know, like Elijah
It
Wood
would
in
be.
Back to the Future.
This is you gotta use your hands. That's like a baby's toy. That's I don't know. It would be cool if they even if he didn't have a line, if he just was still there getting a haircut by the guys or something, where
Yes, that would
just
be amazing.
because he's just because he's Cuba Gooding Jr. Why not have him? You know.
I will
But
say one thing. I feel like Cuba Gooding Jr. randomly had a bunch of sexual assault things thrown against him, and it's one of those things where everyone kind of forgot. And now he's sort of, and you still see him around, and no one says anything about it. And it's like, wait, does anyone remember that? Are we just like not gonna talk about that? Or
that is true. I'm
yes,
on his Wikipedia page right now. It looks like
some
as
people
late
get
as
away with that. Like
August
that just
2020.
happens, and then I don't know if they're like publicists sort of cover it up, but like they just kind of get back out there and make work, and then you're like, wait a minute, remember this? Does anyone remember that? You know, and like you'll maybe sort of remember it.
There are some people who just get away with it. And I wouldn't say get
Yeah,
away, but
right.
like there's so many that happen that you can't remember them all. Like there was
Sometimes
like
you don't remember if it was nothing or like, yeah, I feel like if it ever actually amounted to something or what. Yeah, you never know the follow through, I guess. Maybe.
like yeah like there were allegations against George Takei a couple of years ago that people have completely forgot about.
I remember
Hmm.
that. Yeah. Then
But
yeah, that kind of went away.
Yeah, that sort of fizzled, didn't it? I mean,
yeah,
it's
I don't know
gotta
if there's
there has to
any
be a way to have
merit
it
to
handled
it.
something by publicists or something where it's just like no one discusses it anymore and everyone just kind of glosses over it. There must just be a really good way to handle it somehow.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like yeah, I don't know. Some people get it, some people don't. So what anything else to talk about Coming to America? Do we want a Coming 3 America?
I'd watch it, I'll be honest. I was very excited to see the two DJ women come back. I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get. All the DJs want to feel my breath.
I like their reaction when they popped up like just randomly, and that was fun. The montage, not montage, but the cavalcade of like, remember this person, or look who's here now. It's
Yeah,
Salt
I
and
was
Pepper.
eating it up, by the way. I was like, everyone that went up, I was like, yes, I remember. Loved it.
I should have expected it, but I didn't expect it. When they're saying like, we got someone from America, it's gonna be great, and uh, the son's new wife, the hairdresser, was like, "Is it this person? Is it this person? No, no, it's even better. It's even better." And it was like sexual chocolate that pops up.
I was so excited. And then of course they went back to the barbershop guy, and the one guy's like, "That boy good." Just like he would do in the first one. He loves him, and the other two are like, ugh. That's the best part of that, is just peering over everybody in the audience being like, ugh. It's a sexual chocolate, how much everyone hates them. That's the best part. Love it.
So, do we have any final thoughts? Do we have any final thoughts on Coming to America?
Like I said, I really enjoyed it. It definitely makes me want to rewatch the first one again, that's a win, I think. But no, like I said, I can understand how some people were disappointed with it, but I thought it was really funny, and it was kind of cool to see the characters we really enjoyed from the first one show up in this.
Yeah.
Kiwi, what about you?
Yeah, it was a fun nod to the first one. If you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like the second one.
My God, who doesn't like the first one?
Liars.
I wouldn't encourage a number 3, but I'll, of course, if they ever made one, I would watch it, see what they do. If you go into it like lighthearted, don't be expecting like any hard-hitting movie. It's not going to get an Oscar, but it was fun.
It might. There were like no other movies that came out this past year, so.
I will say I actually was a little disappointed that I felt like the music and the dance, they actually sort of anglified it. Like they made it more American, as opposed to that what I would assume was very African dancing that they had in the first movie for his wedding. The She's Your Queen to Be at the Wedding, like they come out in that Paul Abdul choreographed dance. The one they do with all the dancers with feathers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's amazing dance. And then this time they do a dance to Prince's Get Off, and then maybe another song. And I'm like, oh, okay, but now we're doing American songs. We're doing like it seemed like they actually made it like American. And I was like, well, kind of dug the African though. I thought that was kind of a cool thing that they did with the first one. I actually kind of dug the nod to the African dance. I kind of would have appreciated they add the African dance this time. I mean, they had the African costuming, which was very cool, and the clothes and the hair. But that was great. But I really liked the dancing. I wish they had done the African dance. That was really nice about the first one, even though it was Paula Abdul choreographed, but I'm guessing she did use African stuff.
Or at least made it look African enough to like.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it was.
Fool us ignorant Americans.
As far as I can tell, it was. Yeah.
It's like a victory lap because the first one's so perfect. It's a victory lap. I mean, I probably would watch the first one before I would watch this one again, but I don't know. I got nothing else to say, I guess. That's all I got to say about it.
When I first watched the second one, I watched the first one twice. After that, it made me really want to watch the first one, which I think I don't know that makes a bad sequel. I think it's sort of a win for a sequel to make you want to go watch the first one again.
Depends on the reasoning. Like, oh my God,
True.
I got palate cleanse this.
Even so, I mean, like we always talk about, like, I think an example of a terrible ending would be Game of Thrones. When I watched the end of Game of Thrones, I never wanted to see any Game of Thrones ever again.
Same.
I don't want to go back and watch any of it ever, knowing how it ends. That is the worst way to end something. So it's not that bad.
No, it's not Game of Thrones bad.
It's not that bad.
Game of Thrones could be ending worse. It could have ended the way George R.R. Martin intended to end it, by not actually writing the ending.
Actually, I would have preferred that over what we got.
Because if people are still holding out hope that he's going to actually finish those books, no, that's not going to happen at this point.
I don't know. I don't even read the books, so I don't care. But I mean, just the show. I only watched the show, but wow, is that show terrible. The ending was so bad. And it just ruined the entire series for me. It was so bad. So, But this wasn't like that. Like it wasn't so off-putting that I was like, wow, I want to forget that I ever watched this entire
Right.
thing.
It's not necessarily
It was so
it's
bad.
not necessarily needed, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it doesn't hurt the original.
No, I actually it made me want to see the original again. Kind of gave me fond memories of the original.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll wrap it up for us then, huh? Huh? No, I
Hey.
got nothing. It's also 9/11. Ooh.
Ooh. All right, let's talk a few
Too
minutes.
soon, Nick. We
Wait.
should go for a couple more minutes. Now it's 9:12.
Now
Perfect.
it's 9:12. It's okay.
Okay. Whew. And Kiwi and I gotta get to sleep because we have to wake up in the morning. You before me, and I gotta get the kids too. So, fun time in the household here. So, all right. Well, this has been our Coming to America talk. Coming to numeral America,
They
the sequel.
they can't see this.
Yeah, they can't see me. I'm doing like a pantomime 2, which honestly,
And we are seeing it backwards,
yeah,
actually.
you're seeing it backwards too as I do this.
So it's
here.
even more confusing.
That's my goal. Make things needlessly complicated. That's why I'm an academic advisor. So this has been our Coming to America talk. I'm Nick. I'm going to let you guys fight it out for who says who's who.
Oh, geez.
Corinne.
Mike.
Kiwi.
Awesome. One of these days we'll get a system down somehow. Or
No,
maybe
we
won't.
shouldn't.
It'll be our thing. It'll be our thing.
It's gonna get worse.
And yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll be back again sometime to talk about Twilight. Bye.
You've been listening to the all-new Culture Cast. Check us out on social media. Drop us an email at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We can't promise we'll read it. Theme music by Dana Vodovaz. Check out his work on YouTube with Vodovaz Music Productions. This has been the all-new Culture Cast, a saltwater production. Original material copyright 2021. Thanks for listening.
You can get
I'll
all.
try not to I won't try and sell anyone essential oils or anything. Don't worry.
Do you do
Say
that?
that now.
No, no.
I don't know. You might. I wouldn't judge
God,
you if you
no.
did. Everyone needs a side hustle.